Hello, good afternoon po. So, para po doon sa ano po, mga magiging speakers po natin. Hello? Okay. Sa magiging speakers po natin, para lang po meron po kayo idea, yung speakers po natin, per topic po tayo muna. So, mauuna po si BSP, which is kayo po, ma'am. Kayo po muna upo dito, ma'am. The rest po, like si DA Beth, saka si Miss Aquila, later on po, pagdating na sa topic ninyo. So, speaker, and then dito po yung ating mga panelists, and then si Sir Jojo, siya po yung magiging facilitator po natin.
No.
And then after po noon, mag-exit po kayo, balik na lang po muna kayo dyan, ma'am, and then papalitan po kayo ni DA Beth, which is our second topic. And then si Miss Aquila po yung pinaka-last topic. And then after that po, babalik po kayong tatlo dito. And then para po kung sakali may mga questions from the audience or questions po sa Zoom, pwede po namin erase sa inyo kung meron po, kung sakali meron po. May concern po ba yung mga ano natin, speakers po natin? Wala po. Meron po sa harapan yung mga OJTs. Meron po kasi kami mga OJTs. So, sila po yung ating mga audience sa ngayon. Pwede po dito sa harapan kung hindi nakasya sa likod. Meron din po tayo audience via Zoom. At mag-ano po tayo, live streaming din po tayo. Sige, paraan.
Sound check, hello. Mic test, hello.
May we request also po pa-silent po yung ating mga phones. Baka po kasi marinig po sa camera po natin. Yung OJTs po ba, nandyan na lahat? Nandyan na lahat kayo? Kulang pa? Sige, yung ano, John Smith and yung isa. Asan pala yung pangalan? Opo. Apo. Ito po yung dalawang students na magte-take away. Baka kailangan nyo pong banggitin yung name nila. James Miro Fernandez, John Smith Figaro. Figaro? Opo, Figaro. May I request po yung mga kaninang natawag ko po, ma'am? Para po nakapwesto na po tayo. Ito, ma'am. Then, Asiklus po. Ma'am, hi, ma'am. Dito po tayo, ma'am. And then, Erwin palagyan ng mic dun, ha? May tumawag na ba kay Yusek? Ay, ma'am. Ito po yung ano.
Hello, sound check, hello.
So yung ay, good morning po Asik, ay good afternoon Asik Lak. So, dito kayo. Sige, wala pa namang camera. Ma'am, lipat ko lang yung bag niyo. Sige, ma'am. Sige, joke kapag si Ate. Si Ate kasi, okay lang. Baka malamig, malalamig ang dito. May ano kaya tayo? Patry na.
Yun, testing po. Hello po, magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Yun lang po, testing lang po muna ito.
Yung coffee. Ma'am, papaano tayo ng coffee? Asa na yung kape? Walang coffee. Doon ka lang, hindi ka lalang. Pero paano ba? Ganyan? Pag ano po pala, pag hawak po pala sa mic, para malakas po yung dating po sa Zoom po natin, medyo ilapit lang po natin siguro. Para po malakas po yung dating po sa via Zoom po natin.
Test.
Kayo, ma'am.
Sound check, mic test.
Medyo mahina yung kayo, ma'am.
Sound check. Sound check, mic test. Sound check. Mic test.
Okay na daw kay ma'am. Standby lang po May ano po, hintay po natin si Yusek Raquel po. Okay po, pasensya na po. Meron lang pong technical difficulties. Pahintay lang po sandali. Ikaw lang dito. Okay. Sige, okay po. Ready to go na po tayo. In 10, 9,
Good afternoon, everyone. This year, the Cooperative Development Authority is commemorating its 35th founding anniversary. To celebrate this milestone, we'll be having the maiden episode of our Co-op Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas, a program of the CDA where we're going to invite esteemed guests that will talk and discuss on various topics that are related to cooperative development in the Philippines. This is your host, Joselito O. Haliasgo of the Credit Surety Fund Service, saying welcome to the first ever episode of CDA's Co-op Kapihan. We're also viewed live in our CDA FB page and via Zoom. And please don't forget to like, share, and follow the CDA FB page and visit the CDA official website. Our maiden episode is truly exciting and really engaging, for we will be talking and discussing the Global Money Week celebration, an activity celebrated worldwide in over 170 countries to promote financial education towards financial literacy, especially among the young ones, the youth, and the cooperatives. So please stay with us. And to officially open our program, we will now hear an opening message from our Administrator of the Cooperative Development Authority, Assistant Secretary Santiago S. Lim.
Board Chairman Yosek Alexander Raquipo, Assistant Secretary Luz Irinco, Deputy Administrator Elizabeth Batonan, Director Joselito Halasgo, our co-workers from CDA, the members of our laboratory cooperatives, the young in attendance, and the rest of our online participants joining us today here at the head office and the regional extension offices and other areas. A pleasant good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the launching of the 2025 Global Money Week, or GMW, a maiden episode of Co-op Kapihan. It is truly an honor to be part of this significant occasion, which underscores the importance of financial education and empowerment, particularly for our youth. This year's GMW theme, Think Before You Follow, Wise Money Tomorrow, is a timely reminder that financial literacy is not just about saving money. It is about making informed, responsible financial choices that lead to the long-term stability. By equipping our young people with the knowledge, skills, and discipline in money management early on, we are preparing them to become financially responsible individuals and future cooperative leaders. Since its inception in 2012, Global Money Week has made great strides in raising financial awareness worldwide, reaching over 60 million young people in 172 countries. Last year alone, the campaign engaged more than 120 million people and 40,000 participating organizations, a testament to the growing recognition of financial literacy as a crucial life skill. Last year also, as I was able to join the celebration, I learned that we now have more than 180 laboratory cooperatives with 1.2 billion savings. And I'm sure this year it is even more. Today, we proudly bring this movement into the cooperative sector through Co-op Kapihan, an initiative that will serve as a platform for dialogue, learning, and knowledge sharing on financial and cooperative-related matters. This will be replicated in the different 16 regional extension offices. But beyond financial literacy, the celebration is also about securing the future of the cooperative movement in the Philippines as we prepare our youth to become financially responsible citizens. We are also preparing them to become future cooperators, equipped with the mindset, discipline, and knowledge needed to build strong, sustainable, and resilient cooperatives. The values of financial responsibility, collective growth, and economic empowerment, which we seek to instill through GMW, are deeply aligned with the principles and mission of our cooperative movement. This initiative is particularly meaningful as we celebrate the 2025 International Year of Cooperatives, or IYC. I would like to introduce the four main thrusts of the IYC 2025 celebration, which I have coined into an acronym that is very timely for today's event, and I call this PERA. P for promoting the growth of cooperatives. E for engaging the youth through inspired leadership and modeling. R, raising awareness to strengthen our cooperative identity and building brand equity. And lastly, A, advocating supportive policies and framework for our cooperative movement. These four main thrusts perfectly encapsulate our collective goal, not only to promote financial literacy, but also to inspire young leaders, fortify our cooperative identity, and push for an enabling environment for our sector to thrive. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the winners of the Alcancia Saving Challenge spearheaded by ASIC Luz last year. Their success, which will be officially unveiled this afternoon, serves as an inspiring example of how financial discipline, habit of saving from an early age can lead to long-term security. On a personal note, I'm pleased to share that I also submit my one-year Alcancia savings last Friday, and I sincerely hope that my efforts have been enough to see me among the winners. May your achievements and my own small step encourage more young people to cultivate strong financial habits. With that, I warmly welcome all of you to this exciting event and encourage everyone to actively participate in today's discussions and activities. Let us take this opportunity to learn, share, and inspire one another as we work toward a more financially aware, resilient, and cooperative-driven future. Once again, congratulations on this important milestone and happy International Year of Cooperatives and happy Global Money Week. Mabuhay ang mga kooperatiba tungo sa bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat at magandang hapon umuli sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Assistant Secretary Sante Lim. Of course, we would like to recognize as well our live participants, composed mostly of our youth here at our studio today. Thank you so much for coming. And of course, our CDA officials, our partner agencies, and other stakeholders for cooperative development in the Philippines. So at this point, we will be presenting to you the rationale of the Global Money Week celebration and the presentation of the 2024 GMW activities of the Cooperative Development Authority. Together, let us watch this.
Global awareness-raising campaign on the importance of ensuring that young people are financially aware and are gradually acquiring the knowledge, skills, attitude, and behaviors necessary to make sound financial decisions and ultimately achieve financial well-being and financial resilience. GMW promotes efforts aimed at improving financial literacy of young people. The ultimate goal of GMW is to ensure that all children and youth have access to high-quality financial education, they learn about money matters, and are able to take smart financial decisions that can improve their future financial resilience and financial well-being. Throughout 12 editions starting in 2012, GMW has reached over 60 million children and young people in 176 countries worldwide. Last March 18, 2024, the Cooperative Development Authority, spearheaded by the head office, commenced the national launching of Global Money Week 2024 celebration. During the kickoff ceremony, the CDA's participation in Global Money Week from 2018 to 2023 was highlighted, showcasing various activities across regions. A total of 1,115 individual viewers had been reached during the virtual and FB live streaming of the GMW kickoff, of which 373 participants attended via Zoom. Visa, in partnership with Aflatoon International, ANATCO, and Cooperative Development Authority, held the Global Money Week and Aflatoon Day celebrations last March 22, 2024. This year marks the 13th edition of the GMW with the theme, Think Before You Follow, Wise Money Tomorrow, and will take place starting today, March 17th to 23rd, 2025. Global Money Week 2025. Think Before You Follow, Wise Money Tomorrow. To highlight GMW 2025 theme on social media, please use the following hashtags. Hashtag Think Before You Follow, hashtag Wise Money Tomorrow, hashtag GMW 2025, and hashtag Global Money Week 2025.
All right, so as you can see, the Global Money Week celebration, which is celebrated internationally, is already gaining awareness among our cooperatives in the Philippines. So at this point, we are very fortunate to have with us in this first episode of the Co-op Kapihan, 3 distinguished resource persons who will talk topics related to financial education and financial literacy. Also, we have esteemed members of our panel that will engage in a discussion with our resource persons. So we are encouraging our viewers via Zoom to raise their questions and concerns in their chat box, for if we still have time later this afternoon, we will accommodate those queries and concerns. Okay, so let me introduce first our panelists. So it is my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our first panelist. His illustrious career as a cooperative leader and officer brought him to the helm of the Cooperative Development Authority, the newly appointed chairperson of the Board of Directors of the CDA. Help me welcome Undersecretary Alexander B. Raquepo. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, Joselito.
Yes, we are so happy that you are with us today. And also one of the members of the Board of Directors of the Cooperative Development Authority, head of the Credit and Financial Services, Banking, Insurance, and Credit Surety Fund cluster of cooperatives, also a renowned cooperative trailblazer. Help me welcome Assistant Secretary Luz H. Erinco.
Thank you. It's so nice to see the future of cooperatives. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, so good afternoon to all our panelists. Welcome to the maiden episode of our Co-op Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. So it is high time to hear the opening statement from our esteemed panel. Or just a brief message regarding our celebration of the Global Money Week, financial education or financial literacy. So of course, our panelists are already an expert in these fields of specialization. So let us hear first from Assistant Secretary Luz H. Erinco. Ma'am, please, for your opening message.
Joe. You see, there is really that great opportunity for the youth to lead us. We had not been so good in the past as far as financial literacy is concerned. So we are going to make sure that you will help us convince your peers, your communities, your families to really think before you follow, because definitely there is going to be safe and financial freedom in the future. So this is the youth's starring role now. We will be depending on you to really carry on the message that there is hope, the message that truly financial decisions, despite the difficulties of our time, because there's a lot of temptation and the culture is spending. It is no longer saving and securing the future. We live today, but with you, encouraging all of us to think of what you will become in the future. Would you like to end up in foster homes, or would you like to enjoy retirement? So that's the question that each one should really think about and paint the big picture.
Thank you very much, Asek Luz. That is a tall challenge, especially to our youth present here in our studio. So now let's also hear for his opening message or his thoughts on this celebration. Let's welcome Yusek Alexander Raquepo. Sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you again, and good afternoon to everyone, especially to our youth. I love the youth. I love financial literacy, and I love co-op youth empowerment. With this statement, I would like to see that the co-op future are in the safe hands of our youth. Yes, you are the future of our motherland. You are also the future of cooperatives in the land. But it doesn't end with the saying alone. It should be continued with action. And I see with the organization, with the sustenance of laboratory cooperatives entire the Philippines, I am certain that the future of cooperatives as well as financial literacy are going to be sustained and further developed by you. I am a believer in your actions and proposals for financial literacy. I would like that to state to you that this is for you, not for us. This is your future. This is how you're going to make it. because the future of this country, including cooperatives, are in your hands. So, congratulations, and please continue the good work. The Cooperative Development Authority will always be on your side, looking for a better welfare and future of these youth, cooperative leaders, and the future of the financial literacy advocacy in our country. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much, Yusek Alex, no? And of course, we have ASEC Luz, no? So this point, we are now already bringing financial literacy through cooperativism to our youths and the young ones here in the Philippines. And of course, we all know, as they said, this is for the better future of this youth. And of course, they are the future of our country. So let us discipline them financially and learn all the basics and the concepts about financial literacy. As I mentioned a while ago, we have 3 resource persons this afternoon that will engage with our panelists on the topics financial literacy, financial consumer protection, and best practices of laboratory cooperatives in the Philippines. So without much ado, my dear friends, and of course those in the Zoom, and of course looking on us, no, or viewing on us through our FB page. So our first resource person, we are indeed very much happy that she is with us today in our maiden episode of this Co-op Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. She is a bank officer from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, an institution advocating for financial education and inclusion. She leads briefings for the Economic and Financial Learning Office of the BSP while developing educational content on economic and financial literacy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ms. Lizette Ocampo Antonio. Good afternoon, Ma'am Lizette.
Good afternoon, everyone. Marami pong salamat for the very warm welcome. Hello, Director Jojo, ASEC Luz, and Yusek Alex. So again po, magandang tanghali, and thank you so much for inviting Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas Economic and Financial Learning Office to be part of this maiden episode of Co-op Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. Congratulations to CDA on your anniversary. And of course, the launch of Global Money Week 2025. Nasabi nga po kanina dun sa opening message po ni ASEC Lim na the theme for this year's Global Money Week, yung wise money, think before you follow, wise money tomorrow. This perfectly captures the importance of making informed financial decisions. And this is at the core of what we do, is imparting the knowledge to those that need it so that maalam sila kapag sila po ay gumawa ng desisyong pampinansyal. And we are very happy to take part in this discussion, and we will be glad to share insights that will hopefully empower our youth to make better financial choices, smarter financial choices, not just for themselves, but also for their families, their communities, and our economy. So sinabi nga nila, sir, no, we have a tall order because meron kayong mission to achieve that financial freedom in the future for yourselves, for your families, your communities, and our economy. So salamat po for having us.
Yes, no? So that is very well said, Ma'am Lizette, no? Of course, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas is a staunch partner of the Cooperative Development Authority in its various activities, no? For financial inclusion and of course for helping our cooperatives all over the Philippines. Again, welcome, ma'am, to the first episode of Co-op Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. So we have now our resource person and of course the presence of our panelists. So this will be the mechanics. They will be asking questions to our resource person, of course, so that our audience can also learn from these questions and the insights coming from no less than the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So without much ado, we will now hear from our panelists their questions to the BSP. Siguro, we will start first with Yusek Alex, no? He will be throwing questions to Ma'am Lynette, and it will be followed by ASEC Luz. Yes, Yusek, please.
Thank you, Jojo. And again, my pleasant good afternoon to everyone. And thank you, Lisette, for coming, and thank you for having your time coming here and gracing our occasion for the sake of the youth and our Global Money Week. Can you tell us about the status of financial literacy in the Philippines, and how can BSP be an instrument in financial education, especially among our youth?
Thank you, Yusek Alex. So currently po, yung financial literacy natin in our country is a work in progress. So 2015 Global Financial Literacy Study put us at around 25% only of Filipino adults were considered financially literate. This is 8% lower than global average, which is around 33%. And comparing with our neighbors in the Southeast Asia, medyo we ranked 6th compared to them. So there is a lot of ground to cover, but we should also consider na medyo mahaba na rin po yung panahon na nakalipas nung na measure po ito. So we are looking forward to maybe another round of checking, because most probably we expect improvements. And ito pong ganitong status highlights the need for more effective financial education for everyone, including our youth. So, paano po ba ina-address ng Bangko Sentral ito pong challenge na ito? So, for our purpose po, we have 3 key areas that we focus on. The first is institutionalized partnerships with key government agencies. So aside po from CDA, we also have partnerships with other agencies that we work on so that we have a multiplier effect of our financial education initiative. So that's the first one. The second one is about learning tools. So we develop different kinds of tools for learning that will assist those who want to learn about it. So we have videos, we have primers, we have the print materials, we have social media content that they can check. So if that is where you get your information, please do like and follow our page. Aside from the CDA, please follow Pisolit. So that is PISOLIT, Pisolit on Facebook and Instagram, and you will see there all our content related to economic and financial education. So aside from those two, I already mentioned partnerships. I also mentioned learning tools. We also do direct delivery of financial learning sessions. So we go to where the audience are. So we go to where the students are, where the MSMEs are, where the agri-sector workers are, and we give them the learning session or intervention that they need in terms of gaining knowledge about financial education. So those 3 are our key areas that we focus on.
Yes, no? So talagang Yusek Alex and Sec Luz, napakalayo pa natin sa financial literacy. As Ma'am Lizette had mentioned, 25% of the total population. So that's roughly 25 million if we are 100 million and above. No? So talagang, I believe, Ma'am Lizette, cooperatives can very well help Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas in advocating for this cause. No? And of course, we're slowly calling all and strengthening our youth cooperatives in order to participate in financial literacy. Yusek, let's proceed first with Ma'am Asek Luz, then we'll go back to Yusek Alex. Yes, Asek Luz?
Ma'am Lisette, I'm very excited about the tools and probably modules, because this is what we really need, no? And then hopefully this is adapted to the ages of the audience that we will give, no? And since we're very far from the first in Southeast Asia, what do you think were the challenges in reaching out to more to be educated financially?
I think one of the challenges, of course, is accessibility, because even if we are able to provide all of these materials that are maybe primarily delivered through technology, like through our website, through social media, we are fully aware that not everyone has access to this, or not everyone has 100% connectivity. So that is one challenge. And another challenge that we have, of course, is the targeted approach. So you mentioned, as that you want, if there are modules, you want them to be like tailored fit to the age of those who will use it. And that is also a challenge because the financial education needs, for example, of our youth, our students, they differ to the needs of those, of the farmers and the fisher folk, of those who are small business owners, or even among the students, depending on the age, they would have different needs, right? So that is also one challenge, the targeted approach, because you really have to tailor fit the content and the delivery of the materials to their specific needs. And those are some of the challenges that we are looking at. And what are we doing about it? So we are still continuously refining the materials that we have, and we also try to keep up with the needs based on assessment of those that we serve po.
Yeah, because on the participants, I think we can do that, to gather people, and you do the financial education. That could be our collaboration, most probably, with our primary cooperatives, so targeted population.
Okay, no? So, Yusek Alex, you'll still have some question to our resource person?
Yeah. I was touched by the statement of Lisette about multiplier effects in really teaching financial literacy and really orienting the youth about it. And maybe we are voluntarily submitting cooperatives as part of the multipliers, especially in the countryside, where we are present in all provinces, whether remote or not, and we can do these things. Maybe they can just give us the manual or the content of the modules, and we will be the first to be oriented so that we can understand. Because we cannot teach what we do not understand. And we do not teach what we do not practice. Yeah, the second question is that I have is with the emergence of digital technologies right now, including many online platforms, among other else, how can technology be leveraged to improve access to financial education resources?
Thank you, sir. So, as we mentioned earlier, no, the BSP is leveraging on technology by using the platforms that we have. So aside from those that we mentioned, like the website, the social media pages, we also have a learning management system. You can also explore the BSP e-learning academy, or BELA. So this is also a platform that we have where we put in modules on personal financial management that our those that are interested to find out can go to and can access. So all of these available technology, we just want to be able to maximize how we can benefit from it. So hopefully we have platforms that can serve the needs of those who are interested in getting this knowledge and these information sources.
Okay, no? So that's also a very good news to all of us, because BSP is having this already mga materials, no? And most likely our cooperatives can be a very good partner in advocating and in disseminating such things. So tama naman si ASEC Luz na it would be a better collaboration between the CDA, the BSP, and of course our cooperatives. ASEC Luz, you still have question for our speaker?
Yeah, I would like to give way to the youth, because they are the ones that really will have to do this, and perhaps you have a better questions then.
Or they can compose their questions, and later we'll be giving them time as well for our youth to to raise their questions to our resource person. So the topic that we are discussing now is getting more interesting. So we were very much happy that BSP is with us. So take note, if you still don't have questions right now, we will be entertaining that later. So just prepare for your questions. Okay, Ma'am Asek?
Thank you.
Joe, as I stated in this morning's convocation here at our CDA, I would like to manifest that especially to those who are online viewing us, I would manifest that in the succeeding General Assemblies of cooperatives, I would highly recommend that there should be a youth speech or a kiddie speech relative to their experiences on saving money, their experiences on financial literacy, which will be shared to the General Assembly. They might convince the older folks to save, rather than older folks convincing them to save. And I think this would be one great feature in the General Assemblies, forthcoming General Assemblies, as well as for federations and unions in the future. And this will ensure that our youth and the kids are going to be recognized and given due courtesy, and even given reward, just like what ASEC Luz did this morning. Thank you, Jojo.
So thank you, Yusek Alex and ASEC Luz. So as I mentioned earlier, our discussion this afternoon has become very interesting. So however, we have two other resource persons to be interviewed. So may we request Ma'am Lisette to be excused first, and we'll be very happy if you can join all other resource persons later, Ma'am Lisette. No? So again, thank you. Let's give a big hand to our first resource person from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So moving on, our second resource person is an accountant and a lawyer by profession. She is the Deputy Administrator of the Credit Surety Fund Service of the Cooperative Development Authority. She will impart to us learnings regarding the Financial Products and Services Consumer Protection Act. Help me welcome Attorney Elizabeth O. Batonan. Good afternoon, Ma'am Beth.
Good afternoon, Sergio. My greetings to our chairman, Yusek Alex Raquepo, ASEC Luz Rinco, sa lahat ng mga kabataan dito, both attending physically and sa Zoom, mga officers and members of the parent cooperatives as well as laboratory cooperatives, my colleagues in the Cooperative Development Authority. Magandang hapon po and happy Global Money Week.
Yes, no? So, again, welcome, Daybet, sa ating co-op kapihan sa bagong Pilipinas. So, you want to say something as an opening message for the next topic, so that our audience will also have a grasp on what they're expecting to be discussed later?
Yes, Sergio, so as we celebrate the importance of money, kasabi nga ni Yusek kaninang umaga na napaka-importante ng money, and of course the financial literacy, the important in as a financial consumer, we also have to understand or know the importance of knowing our rights and obligations as a money actor, no? I believe that the youths are also money actors, no? In the sense that they can be a recipient of financial services, financial products, or even a provider of financial products and also investment. Alam ko yung mga kabataan ngayon ay advanced na. Alam na nila kung saan ilalagay yung kanilang kapirahan or saan they are going into investment, and it's very important for us to know our rights and also obligation, and that is the FCPA or the Financial Consumers Protection Act addresses.
Yeah, thank you very much, Attorney Beth. Now let us hear from our panelists their questions to our resource person. Let's start with ASEC Luz Irinco.
Beth, we have heard a lot of scams. And this is exactly the thing that we would like to prevent, because many cooperatives in Mindanao, because of the CAPA thing and other scams, were unaware, and almost a lot of co-ops closed because of that. No? So how will this law help in preventing future scams?
Okay, I will answer that by giving the description of what is this law all about. No, so this is a new law. Actually, the Financial Consumers Protection Act, or the RE 11765, is a new law with the objective of protecting or safeguarding the rights and interests of the financial consumers. So this was just passed last May 2022. And with the objective of protecting the interests of the financial consumers. Sino itong mga financial consumers, no? Lahat tayo ay financial consumers. Because financial consumers are persons, whether individual, natural, or juridical, receiving financial products and services from the financial service providers, such as savings, no? Yung mga nag-o-open ng savings, yung mga nangungutang, kagaya ko, no? Those who are availing of credit services from financial institutions, also those who are in a money online banking, also availing insurance. They are considered as financial consumers, and these are the persons which this law wants to protect, no? And paano maprotektahan ang rights and interests of the financial consumers. Sabi ng batas, there should be a mechanism, no, on the part of the institution to ensure that the rights of the financial consumers are protected. And ito yung mga sumusunod na obligasyon. In fact, this is the obligation of the financial service providers, or sa atin, the cooperatives who are receiving or accepting deposits, and also who are lending, no, into credit services or surety. These are the cooperatives covered by this law. So ano yung mga obligasyon? First is we have to ensure that there is fair and equitable treatment of clients, no, of the members. Dapat patas, no, ang pagtrato sa mga members or mga clients or mga customers. Pangalawa is there should be transparency, no? This is in relation to the Truth in Lending Act, na lahat dapat ng mga terms and conditions ng ating mga financial services, sa loan natin, sa ating mga investments, dapat ay nakadisclose or dapat i-communicate natin sa ating mga members or financial consumers in such a way na maintindihan nila. So it requires them, the cooperatives or the financial service provider, to see to it that to ensure that lahat ng mga technical terms or lahat ng mga terms and conditions are being disclosed to the financial consumers, and at the same time all documents, no, na na-sign ng itong financial consumer ay mabigyan sila ng kopya. Pangatlo is, of course, the respecting the privacy, no, the data privacy of the member consumers, because they are also the cooperatives are recipient or holders of the financial information. Pang-apat is the appropriate product design, and this is important for the cooperatives because we have to, in designing your products or your loan products, we have to see to it that it would be beneficial to the members. Hindi yung mas lalong ibaon natin sila sa utang. At ito din yung isa sa our theme, that is think before you follow, no? Because, you know, and under this law or under this provision, meron tayong tinatawag doon na cooling off period, where the borrower have to think, give him time to think whether he accept the products or not, no? Bibigyan natin with a maximum of 10 days. And of course, the safeguarding the investment of our cooperatives against misuse or against abuse. Isa din yun sa tinutukoy doon sa batas. And one of the important is the timely handling of the complaints or queries of our member, of our consumers. Kung may mga reklamo, dapat the cooperative or the financial service provider has a financial consumers assistance management system which will be in place. And of course, to ensure that these are being implemented by our financial institution or by the cooperative, the law also empowers the Cooperative Development Authority to ensure, to supervise and to ensure that these obligations of the cooperatives shall be complied with in order to protect the members.
Yes, no. So we are saying the ABEF na part of financial literacy is also knowing your financial rights, no. So lahat naman tayo, whether the youth or the adults, are financial consumers, no. If you have accounts in the banks, you have transactions with the insurance commission or insurance, and of course with cooperatives, especially those in credit services, no? So we might as well know our financial rights and obligations. Okay? Yes, Asek Luz, any other question to our
David,
resource person?
I love your statement that you are going to protect the members' money. So how does this law and CDA make sure that the monies given to the cooperatives like savings, share capital, investments will truly be protected?
Yes, under the law, even before the law, the RA 11364, which is our charter, has given us the power to ensure that the money of the member should be safeguarded. No, so we have to do the in those obligations of the cooperatives. There are standards there which will be followed by the cooperative. Like for example, setting the interest rate, and also the standards, other standards in designing the product, and for the cooperative also to ensure that this is not just a compliance, but to embrace this Financial Consumers Protection Act by heart, so that it will be included in the policies and as well as in the practices. And for the cooperative development to ensure, we are given the power, no, to have the conduct market surveillance and as well as examination. And as we all know, we are now gearing towards risk-based supervision, in not just compliance-based supervision. The reason here is to really safeguard the interest of the members of the cooperative, and of course to make the cooperatives as a responsible lending institution.
Thank you, Beth. But I would like to add, no, that we are now going to journey following standards, because according to our speaker at the regulators forum, that we need regulations, standards, because of people that changes minds and attitudes when the environment allows them to. So in other words, as your finance cooperatives cluster head, we will surely make sure that we will journey observing standards. Hindi na maging bara-bara yung ating operations in credit, savings and credit operations. Meron na talaga tayong scoring. So para na tayong gagraduhan ng CDA. And this is going to be a 10-year journey for everybody to be able to comply, no? And make sure that no co-op bank, no savings and credit cooperative will close, because the standards now will tell you, hey, you are on the wrong direction, so you have to do something about it. And CDA is there under its development functions.
Thank you very much, Asek Luz.
May I add to the
Yes,
statement of Asek Luz? Eventually, my battle cry. My battle cry is ituloy ang pagtitiwala sa kooperatiba, dahil nandyan ang CDA na tumutulong, gumagabay, at nag-aalalay sa kanila because of these standards. Thank you.
Okay, so you have questions as well? Yes, Yusek Alex,
I think,
to our resource person.
I think DA Beth has already mentioned about a brief description of the law. And since this is, I see, a new thing for primary cooperatives or cooperative unions and federations, I would like to hear from her what could be the effects in the day-to-day operations of these cooperatives, itong FCPA.
Yes, actually adherence by the cooperatives, not only the primary but also the federations, no, who are into lending to this FCPA or to this law would strengthen the governance as well as the product service delivery of the cooperative, because they will all their activities will be now focused or prioritize the consumer well-being of the members. That's why if this will be embraced by the cooperative, I thought this is not just a compliance because this is being required by the cooperative, but if this will be put into law, into their policy, into their policy, it will be practiced, and as required by the cooperative, they have to regularly monitor the management as well as the board of directors to monitor their compliances or their practices, which should be aligned in the with the FCPA. Then I think we would have a more sustainable cooperatives and preferred options. We will build the trust and confidence of the cooperatives, of the members in the cooperatives.
Okay, so thank you very much. You no longer have other question, Yusek Alex. All right, no? So at least it's good to know that all our financial consumers are hereby protected. You just visit what's in store in the law regarding financial consumer protection so that you will be guided as well when you avail of the various financial products of our cooperatives and even our banks and other institutions covered by this particular law. So with that, thank you, Day Beth. You are now excused, but I hope you can join us later later this afternoon in our activity. So let's give Day Beth a big round of applause, please. Now we go to our next resource person. At merely 17 years old, she has become the role model of the youth in cooperatives, having served as vice chairperson of Savings and Friendly Entrepreneur Laboratory Cooperative. She has participated in various cooperative youth forums and even a resource speaker during the 2024 Global Money Week celebration at Visa Philippines. She is going to talk on the Safe Lab Cooperative Best Practices and Experiences. So help me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Aquila Julia M. de la Cruz. Good afternoon, Ms. Aquila.
Good afternoon, Direct Jojo, and to our participants today, to Usek Rakepo and to Asek Irinko, and to our online viewers who are watching today, a pleasant afternoon to everyone. Ayun nga po, gaya nga po ng nabanggit ni Asek Lim kanina, this year's theme is all about think before you follow, wise money tomorrow. And I think this year's theme only emphasizes and reminds us that every decision, or shall I say financial decision that we make today shapes our future. And also as a youth and as young individuals, we have to remember that we have the power and the capabilities to be smart with our decision, to make informed decision when it comes to finance. That's why why in this afternoon, I am really excited to share my experiences as well as my journey as a youth saver from Most Holy Rosary Multipurpose Cooperative and to make a meaningful discussion with all of you today. Thank you.
So it's very well said coming from a 17-year-old like her, no? But before we are going to give the floor to our panelists for questions, of course, we would like to extend our appreciation to Miss Aquila for her presence today. For after all, this GMW, or the Global Money Week celebration, is all about the participation of our youth in the programs of the government and our cooperatives. So thank you for coming. So now let's proceed to our panelists. Let's start with Yusek Alex to his questions to our resource person.
Aquila, good afternoon and welcome. I really admire your early age involvement with cooperatives. And I remember my one and only granddaughter about your age. And she has been enrolled in my cooperative when she was born. She started at a very, very, very young age. And my question is, how do you influence your fellow youth? Your experiences with co-op laboratory co-ops is already maybe better than others. So how do you do influencing other youth to become members of your lab co-op or to become savers of other co-ops?
Ayan po, thank you so much for the question. Every time I encounter this question po, I would always tell them na isa po sa mga ginagawa ko to influence the youth as well to save, I would share my experiences po. Kasi kapag makita o marinig po nila yung first-hand experiences ko po in the cooperative as well as in the Aflatun program, mas malalaman po nila kung ano po yung benefits and yung goals and the objectives of the program. Kasi ganun din po ako kung paano po ko na-impluensyahan. So when I was in elementary, that was the first time po na the program was introduced to me. I was the 5th grader back then and pumunta po mismo yung program, yung Aflatun program sa school po namin. And they had this discussion regarding the objectives, kung ano po yung pwede naming ma-expect as a youth saver. And doon po ako mas naging interesado kasi nakikita ko po mismo sa mga nagiging speakers kung gaano po sila ka-sincere and ka-genuine while they were sharing their experiences. And siguro po as a kid, talagang may umano rin po sa puso ko na, I wanted to be part of this program. Nakita ko po yung sincerity nila and even the experiences po na nakita nila, na-experience ko na rin po talaga mismo nung naging part na po ako ng program. So, sa tuwing may nakikita po akong mga kabataan na katulad ko and nakikita ko po na they also share the same interest and passion with me when it comes to financial education, I would always mention them our cooperative. Since I am a senior high school student na po, and malaki na rin naman po yung school namin as part of the school organization po, we would always try to incorporate an activity po sa aming program for the whole year about financial literacy. And ayun nga po, nagbabalak po ang school po namin to get or to invite some speakers po sa aming Most Holy Rosary Multipurpose Cooperative. Lalo na naniniwala po ako na dapat nagsisimula po ang ganitong klaseng mga discussions ngayong mga bata pa po sila. Kasi maganda po if at a very young age, namumulat na or na-expose na po sila sa ganito. And ayun nga po, I was really thankful na 5th grader pa lang po ako and namulat na po ako sa ganito because it was a very fun experience, full of knowledge po yung nakuha ko. And ayun po, sana po sa mga nanonood na kabataan din po ngayon, ay sana po ay makakuha po kayo ng learnings sa mga magiging discussion po natin today. And ayun po, hopefully maging part po tayo ng ating cooperatives.
Ayan, no? So I guess we have our youth from our live audience here in the studio. So I guess they got already an idea on how you started, Miss Aquila, and probably itong ating mga kasamahang mga kabataan dito will also think twice and do the same. So you are the role model indeed of this group, no, ng ating mga young ones. Okay, now we have Asek Luz. You have question to our
Yes.
resource person?
This is not a question, but this is going to be a suggestion because I was interviewed by Aliw TV or radio, and they were asking me, how are the youth coming up with influencing financial literacy? Do they have Reels? Do they have TikTok, which is now very in, no? And these are things that will interest the youth. So it's not going to be siguro mga lectures, but Reels. Is it possible for your group to come up with Reels, TikTok, and that will send a message because they are willing to use those in their TV and radio programs. So I promise them, I am going to throw this to the youth. Magaling, no? Magaling talaga akong mag-assignment. Ang pangalan sa akin, head teacher among the board, no? Kasi magaling akong mag-assignment. So, seriously, I believe that this is going to multiply, a multiplier effect in enticing the youth, coming up with reels that they will understand fully and can embrace. So, if it's okay, Ma'am Josie is here. Thank you for coming also. A very active finance cooperatives cluster of Vice President of Region 4A. Okay. Sige.
Okay, thank you very much, Asek Luz. Yusek Alex, you still have other question to our resource person?
Yeah, actually, it's not a question. And I wish and pray that Aquila's tribe will increase. And may you influence your fellow youth. I really admire your outlook about cooperatives. And I want this to be spread entire the Philippines. And maybe with the permission of Josie, we can invite her in the, youth forums that we will undertake. Actually, I have suggested already that we will conduct a national youth laboratory forum where all of these youth will be seeing each other, sharing their experiences, and maybe influencing each other to some extent. And I wish that through this financial literacy program, their leadership skills too will be enhanced because they will be replacing us in the future, Mami Luz. And we cannot do anything about that. They are our next generation. Thank you, Jojo.
So yeah, thank you, Yusek. Asek Luz, you still have other concerns that you want to raise?
When the challenge is accepted, I'm good.
Yes, no? So talaga namang we have a very eloquent 17-year-old this afternoon sharing her experiences. So we hope that a lot of our youth like her will also join the cooperative movement, no, and be a part, no, of this financial education that we are espousing. So at this point, we would like to please just stay, Miss Aquila. We would like to request to join Miss Aquila once again, our resource person from the BSP, Ma'am Lizette Antonio, and also from the CDA, Attorney Elizabeth Obatonan. So we now have here on our seats all the resource person. So I made mention earlier that if you have questions, especially those in the Zoom, please write your questions doon sa ating chat box, and we will be giving time, no, at this point to hear those questions or concerns that you want to have. So the Secretariat can help us. Meron ba mga tanong tayo doon sa ating mga viewers? Wala daw silang tanong, Asek, and talagang naintindihan nila, no? Talagang nagmuni-muni na sila siguro, Yusek Alex.
That's very surprising.
I guess we have over more than hundreds of participants via Zoom. And we're also viewed live in our CDA FB page, no? And even YouTube, tama? Okay, no? So we may hear from our studio audience. Questions? Yes, Ma'am Josie, please. Kindly take the microphone and throw your question to our resource persons.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us this afternoon. For the Bangko Sentral, do you have a specific program for the young, for the youth?
Thank you, Ma'am Josie, for the interest in our program. So specifically for those who are students, we have the Economic and Financial Learning Program. So this is a direct delivery of learning sessions that we craft specifically for students, although this is somewhat limited in terms of in-person attendance. So for example, this coming April, we will be holding the EFLP, is what we call it. We will be holding the EFLP for students in Bacolod City. So we will be inviting students who come from Bacolod City. But don't fret, because we also, our program today, we also live stream on Facebook, and we also provide replays of these and provide the materials on our website. So you can always just, again, follow our page, which is Pisolit, on Facebook and on Instagram, to be updated regarding details of our learning session. So aside from the EFLP, other programs that we have that are specific for the youth, maybe I will mention our partnership, institutionalized partnership with the DepEd, wherein our aim is to integrate into the basic education curriculum the topics on personal financial management. So topics on budgeting, saving, and everything. We want it to be part of the basic education curriculum, and it's also embedded into the training programs for both teaching and non-teaching personnel of the DepEd. So that's what will be directly engaging the students or those that are young. But I think our definition of youth is until my age ba? Or ano ba? Some of them are working adults already. So our programs, the same, those who are in the workforce can also, they can also take advantage of that. So yun nga po, please like and follow our page. Nag-plugging ulit. Para po updated po kayo sa information on programs that we can offer specifically for you or your group. Thank you po.
Okay, no? So thank you very much. Again, Ma'am Lizette, no? So talagang this month is a Women's Month. Lahat ng ating resource persons are all beautiful women of different, I should say ba, different ages. Ano ba, parang magkakapatid na naman ata sila, ma'am. No? Pero isama natin si Asek Luz, baka meron ng range. No? May mga Gen Z, Gen X, what's that? No? And we have 17 years old. Okay? So any other question aside from those being mentioned kanina from our speaker? Before we will proceed? Especially sa ating mga live audience. Please, no? Having heard all those talks and discussions coming from our panelists and resource persons, probably meron talagang nasa isip nyo na gusto nyo itanong kahit anything, no? As long as related doon sa topic, no? We gladly love to hear from that. Yes, ma'am, please.
For Aquila, yung paano niya ginagamit yung kanyang mga savings at paano siya nakakapag-save para ma-influence natin yung ating ibang mga kabataan.
Ayan. So, thank you po, Ma'am Josie, for the question. So, to answer your question po, syempre, since I've mentioned earlier na isa na po akong senior high school student, masasabi ko po talagang mas marami pong naging gastusin when it comes to my education. Kaliwat kanan ang ambagan sa mga activities and requirements. And siguro po, isa po yun sa mga natulungan ng savings account ko po. Kasi since nagsimula naman po ako nung elementary, may makukuha po ako. And then siguro po, ayun po, kapag po may mga kailangan po sa school, doon po talaga kumukuha. And sometimes, since sobrang busy po, hindi na po talaga nakakapagpunta po sa office to deposit po. Pero ang ginagawa ko naman po sa house, may mga alkansya po. So marami po kaming alkansya sa bahay. Doon po kami naguhulog. Hulog kung may mga excess money po. Para po kapag may time na, isahang buhat na lang po sa office. And siguro po, ayun nga po, kaya maganda po talaga na nasisimula na po ito na bata pa para later on, yung habit of savings po ninyo ay hindi na po mawawala. Kumbaga, parte na siya ng sistema mo. Kaya po, ayun po, sana po sa mga kabataang nanonood, somehow ay na-influence po namin kayo right now na at this moment po na kahit gaano po kasimple or ka-small yung savings nyo, kapag may patience, may consistency, sa susunod or sa future po, mas malaki po ito.
Yes, no? So, yes, Asek Luz, you have something to say?
Yeah. From the youngest to the eldest. Okay. Savings habit can really be learned. Bakit na disiplina tayo sa yung swertres? Bahala na walang breakfast basta makapag-taya. Diba? Ano ba yan sa Tagalog? Taya, okay. So if people can be disciplined from saving 20 pesos up to 100 pesos sa lottery lang, we can do it too sa savings.
Okay, no? So, if you are going to read all the comments in our Zoom, tama ba? So, they are also thanking all our resource persons, no? Especially si kay Miss Aquila, they were inspired daw, no? Yes, ma'am, you have something to raise?
Sorry po, taga-BSP ako, kasama ko si Lizette. Pero dahil nga sa BSP, na-mention ni Lizette na we are really looking at on how we can really influence the youth. Kasi napag-usapan namin, kasi yung in terms of policy or initiatives, hindi namin tinitingnan lang on a micro level. Like yung sa level ng personal, ng mga tao, individually. Pero alam natin, most of us, na meron siyang macro impact on the economy. So may exponential impact kasi kapag maraming nagsisave, kahit sabihin nila, ay ang liit naman ng interest sa bangko. Kung yun lang ang titingnan mo. Pero kung titingnan mo as a whole, yung sinave mo kasi can sustain or help yung mga thriving businesses kung kailangan nila ng funds, and these businesses can generate employment, and then they can generate, yun nga, jobs, and then, yun, yung exponential impact. So, ang gusto namin malaman, basically, for the youth, ito naman session, no? Ano ba yung top 3 things? O sino or top 3 yung nakaka-influence talaga sa inyo para ma-boost yung saving habit. Kasi very challenging, ang daming ambagan, etc. So, nanay ba, parents, communities, social media talaga. So, yung totoo, 'di ba? Kasi it will help us, it will guide us kung saan mas mag-focus ng resources, yung mga programs, initiatives. So, how? Anong means ba? So, yun. Top 3 lang kasi marami yun. Baka hindi namin magawa lahat. Thank you.
Ayun po, thank you po ma'am for your question. I think yung top 3 na nag-influence po sa akin personally po, na maging part po ng Afternoon or mag-save po is, first po is yung parents ko po. Kasi yun po, parents ko po mismo sa bahay po namin, natatandaan ko po yun, batang-bata pa lang po kami ng kapatid ko. Every year, may bago po kaming alkansya talaga eh. Yung parents ko po kasi, may father, former OFW po siya. So kami po mismo sa bahay, alam po namin yung kung paano po talaga kapag wala po sa buhay. Ganun po kapag wala pong mahuhugot. So yung mother ko po na naiiwan sa amin sa bahay, siya po mismo yung nag-encourage o yung nagtatatak po sa amin ng kapatid ko na how important saving is. Na dapat sa mga ganitong buhay po, syempre mas uunahin ang pagiging practical, unahin mo yung savings mo. Kung meron kang maitatabi sa baon mo, itabi mo. Kasi po later on, mas malaki po yan kapag pagsasama-samahin. So that's the first one po, my parents. And second one po, I believe, is my teachers. So since ako po, ano naman po, academic achiever, nakikita ko rin po sa mga teachers ko na may mga certain subjects po kami, especially in senior high, that focuses on yung mga simple basic concepts po ng dividend, budgeting, savings, although hindi po talaga siya fully masasabi kong comprehensive. Kasi yung subject po na yon hindi naman po talaga na umiikot sa mga ganong areas. Kumbaga, isang lesson lang po siya at minsan sobrang mabilisan discussion lang po yun. So napapansin ko na ay sayang naman, maganda if siguro mga isang linggong discussion to about the right proper budgeting, kung gaano ka-important ang savings. Kasi sa ganon nga po, lahat naman po ng mga kabataan, mostly po ay pumapasok o nasa schools. And malaking oras po ang ginugugol nila sa paaralan sa isang araw. Yung iba nga po whole day pa. Pero ayun po, doon po siguro mas maganda if mag-focus po tayo sa schools, sa educational institutions that we have, especially yan nga po sa DepEd, since I believe isa rin po sila sa pwede po nating maggamit to influence the youth po sa kung ano po ba talaga yung pinapahiwatig ng ating cooperatives at kung gaano nga po ka-important ang savings sa kabataan. And the third one would be the community. Ayan nga po, if yung if yung mga cooperatives po natin in the community will do their parts as well, magiging active po sila, and also mag-iengganyo po ng kabataan to be part of their cooperatives. Maganda po talaga yon na dapat sa bawat cooperatives, I believe, magkaroon ng children and youth program para po masasabi natin na there is a specific program na ang focus po nila ay yung mga kabataan. Since we believe that yung isang cooperative, malaki po ito, maganda po if may isa po talagang program na umaasikaso po rito para yung kabataan po natin, yung kabataang sektor ay mas yung influence po nila or contribution ay mas maipapakita. Hindi lang po natin gamitin silang palamuti, bigyan din po natin sila ng action. Bigyan po natin sila ng platform in order for them to show their influence and yung mga activities na gusto po nilang ipakita sa community. And ayun po, magkakaroon na po yun ng domino effect kapag yung isa na engganyo sa mga friends niya po, sa classmates, sa families niya po, doon na po, magkakaroon po tayo ng much more empowered and financially secured community.
Okay, no? So talagang very comprehensive ang answer. Parang yung may mga tanong ako nakikita dito, baka nasagot na niya doon sa mga sinabi niya. But then let's give time, no? Kasi they made an effort to write their comment. I guess this is, I don't know, with the BSP. Is there a fee to be collected in joining this global money financial literacy, or is this only applicable to the young only? Ganun ang pagkasabi So, hindi ko na inedit. So, yes, ma'am.
We welcome po all ages. Everyone is welcome. And no po, all of the BSP-initiated learning sessions are provided for free. Kayo pa po pakainin namin. As long as may budget. Pero pag wala na, uusap na lang po tayo. Pero the program is for free. It's for everyone. All our materials are available online. Please check our website, www.bsp.gov.ph. You can check our publications there and our materials. And again, also the Facebook page. We have also on YouTube and all of the different platforms. It's all there for the taking. So hopefully po, makatulong po sa inyo at magamit niyo po yan.
Yeah, so it's for free because they will just access those sites, no? Yes, ma'am. I'll just read this also, pero baka nasagot na ito kayo ni Aquila. This is for Miss Aquila. What are some effective strategies to help young people develop good savings habits and achieve financial stability? And how do you save? Do you have projects? So, that's it.
Okay po, isa po sa mga techniques or strategies ko po in order for me to save is kapag po binibigyan ako ng daily allowance, yung dadalhin ko na lang po sa school, is yung kailangan ko na lang po talaga para hindi po tayo matempt na gumastos ng sobra-sobra sa kinakailangan. And isa rin po yun sa mga best values and practices na naituro po sa amin sa Safe Lab na dapat po may disiplina po tayo. If we have self-discipline, yung matututo po tayo na gumastos lamang dun sa mga kinakailangan at hindi na sa mga unnecessary things, that would really help us po sa kung paano po yung magiging savings habit po natin. And isa pa po sa nakikita ko po, maganda po mag-save kung nakikita nyo po kung ano po yung goals po ninyo. You have to ask yourself first, bakit po ba ako nagsisave? Para po may motivation ka, meron kang kumbaga may magpupush sa'yo kung paano ka po o kung gaano ka kadalas magsisave. If you put it in your system na I am saving to get myself a new laptop, for sure, pagpupursigihin nyo po yun. So, siguro isa po sa mga technique na ginagawa ko na kapag po nagsisave ako, maganda if may reason po tayo kung bakit nagsisave. Let's say, for example, for college, pwede po ayon, or if you want sa family, magkaroon kayo ng trip, ganyan po. E then, yun po, para po maiset nyo po yun sa system nyo. And yung system nyo po, mas kikilos, kumbaga, sa kung ano yung nakikita or mas tumatatak po sa kanya. So, those are the two things I always do po para yung habit po ng pagsisave sa akin ay hindi po mawawala and consistent.
Oh, well, very well said again, no? Parang bukas hindi ako gagastos. Na-guilty tuloy ako. Parang hindi ako gagastos si Yusek, no? Pero let us also hear from our studio audience here present, lalo itong mga kabataan natin dito. Having heard those sharing by our resource person, what are the challenges that you face, no? Why you were not able to save, or kung sino man nakapag-save dyan, are you willing to share what have you done, no? So that you were able to accumulate and put savings? Sige nga, baka pwede tayo dito sa ating studio audience. Ano ba yung ating mga challenges? Sino bang hindi pa nakapag-save? Ay, wala nagtaas ng kamay. May savings. Maraming savings, no? Oo, lahat may savings. Can somebody share? How did you do it, no? Aside from the learnings that we get from Miss Aquila. Yes, no? So we have here from our studio audience, please.
Okay, Mike. Ayan. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Maria Lorraine Angela po, the current chairperson of Safe Lab po. So I want to share my experience din po. So, nakapag-save po ako. Sabi nga po, saving without goals isn't saving at all. So, kailangan magsisave tayo na alam natin merong magandang mapupuntahan yung savings natin, na hindi lang siya mapuput into waste. And another thing po sa pagsisave natin is dapat nililimitahan natin yung sa paggastos natin. Dapat ma-decipher natin whether a thing is a need or a want. So, at least, sa sarili natin, alam natin na if ever na gastusin natin ng isang bagay, is alam natin mapupunta ito to something purposeful po and not only to our wants. Ayun lang po. Thank you po.
Alright, no? Thank you very much. Yes, Yusek.
Gusto ko
Alex?
dagdagan yung sinabi ni Chair. Allowance minus savings equals expenses. Ayan. Yung allowance na re-receive nila sa mga mother and father nila, minus savings kagad, equals expenses. That's the best formula for that, Madam Chair.
Yes, no? So maganda yung sinasabi na we have to distinguish between the needs and the wants, no? Na ano ba dapat natin pagagastuhan? The needs or the wants? Mga members ng silent committee of the cooperatives. Anyway. Okay, no? So there you have it. Now let's have our representatives, no, from our youth here present. They're in the studio. Their key takeaway in the celebration of this Global Money Week 2025. So they want to share their thoughts on this. So let's have first Mr. James Miro A. Fernandez from the Technological Institute of the Philippines, Quezon City, a fourth year taking up AB Political Science. Yes, please.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone. Again, I am James Mico Fernandez, fourth year AB Pol Sci student from TIP QC. So the key takeaways that I've had in this session, relating it to the conditions of the youth, of myself, of my fellow Gen Zs, is that financial literacy is important. Because if I could describe the current conditions that we have as a youth in one word, it would be unpredictable. There is a rising, rising expenses, rising, what do you call? The rising cost of living. Thank you, and the stagnant wages and such and such. Basically, the youth nowadays faces great economic insecurity as a collective. So, as part of the youth, it is safe to say that we need to be more financially literate. We need to be smart about our expenses. We need to know how to save efficiently and such and such. So, those are what I've got in this session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. James Miro Fernandez. Okay, another one also to give his takeaway on this celebration. We have Mr. John Smith Figarum from the STI College Fairview, fourth year student taking up Bachelor of Science in Information Technology.
Ayun po, so magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. So may iba muna ako Tagalog na gamitin ko. So ayun po, pinaka natutunan ko po dito sa ating programa po ngayon is yung paano tayo magiging disiplinado po sa paggastos po ng ating pera. Kasi sabi nga niya po kanina, so syempre 'di ba, kailangan natin mag-ipon kasi nga tumataas sa mga bilihin, yun nga yung inflation niya po. At saka yung inexplain din po ni UC Craquepo po kanina na yung allowance minus savings is equal to expenses. So dapat hanggang doon lang po yung natin, yung limit natin, di ba? So yun po, aside pa po doon, gusto ko lang po i-congratulate din po yung BSP po kasi although po nasulat ko po is 25% po. Gumagawa pa rin po kayo ng paraan po kung paano po maging financially literate ang buong bansa po. So kudos po sa inyo. And ayun po, ang pinaka realization ko lang po, for me personally, kasi po, ako, di ba nga po si ate po is 17 years old, may ipon na po. Ako po kasi 22 years old, struggled pa rin po ako mag-ipon. Ayun, ang pinaka-realization ko lang po is yung sinabi ko lang po kanina is learn how to discipline myself on how I spend my money, especially my allowance po na binibigay sa akin ng parents ko dito pagpapasok po ng CDA as an intern student po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much. It's never too late, sir, to start saving. You're still 23, you still have a lot of years more. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we would like again to thank our panelists and our resource persons. Just stay with us, no? And the CDA Region 3 Extension Office, through the able leadership of Director Maria Tapi Wang, initiated the Global Money Week celebration in 2019. In 2024, the CDA Board of Directors institutionalized the celebration of this event nationwide. So here is our presentation of the plans and programs of various CDA regional extension offices all over the Philippines in relation to GMW 2025. So we encourage our audience in other parts of the country today to coordinate their participation in their respective CDA regional offices. So all together, let's watch this. So ayan, no? So meron tayo mga activities sa iba't ibang parte ng ating bansa, no? Spearheaded by the Regional Extension Offices of the Cooperative Development Authority in line with the Global Money Week celebration. So there you have it, everyone. We are through with the maiden episode of our Co-op Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. Please expect that there will be another round of interesting discussions in our succeeding Co-op Kapihan episodes in the future. So we will be informing all our stakeholders and partners as to when will be the next episode of our Co-op Kapihan. Again, our thanks to our resource persons. Palakpakan naman natin sila. And to all to our panelists, maraming salamat po, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Cooperative Development Authority, at lahat ng ating kooperatiba sa buong bansa. And once more, this is your host, Jojo Aliasgo, for the first episode of Co-op Kapihan. Mabuhay ang kooperatiba, mabuhay ang Global Money Week celebration, at maraming salamat po sa ating lahat. Okay, so at this point, we will now be providing our resource persons their tokens. So may we request our secretariat, please? We would like to request, of course, Yusek Alex and Asek Luz to award our tokens to our resource persons. So again, thank you, Ma'am Lynette Antonio of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, D.A. Elizabeth Batonan, Ma'am, and Miss Aquila Julia de la Cruz.